In this video, we're going to use the Crosstab tool. I mentioned it before in the transpose tool video, and we've actually seen it a little bit in one of the side videos where I explained an alternate way to do something. But now we're going to learn how to do it a little more formally. Within the transform menu, we'll take the Crosstab tool and drag it down. What this will do, like transpose, it will rotate our data onto a different axis. The difference is that the Crosstab tool will aggregate the data by a group. So, based on the instructions for Chapter 2, we want to group by country. The columns that we want are going to be year, and the values in the column are going to be running total metal count aggregated by sum. Now, what this means is we are going to have a number of rows, and each row is going to represent a single country. For each country, we will have a column for each year that exists in our data set. So we will have a column named 2000, 2002, 2004, all the way through 2012. And the cells in those, so in our country by whatever year it is, we will have the sum of every running total that matches that intersection. Now, there should only be one in most of these, or probably all of these if there isn't a data-related error, but that isn't always the case, and it is useful to know that Crosstab can aggregate data even if there are multiple things. That's why you need to specify that you want a sum instead of one of these alternatives. And when we go and take a look at what we have, with browse, we will run, and we will see that we have some country names and all of the years in our data set matched by how many total metals there were in that year. You'll notice that there are a number of nulls. These would be years that the running total tool never calculated a value for because they didn't exist in our untransposed data. So in the data that had our metal count, Afghanistan didn't earn any metals in, for example, 2004. As a result, there was no row there, so the running total never calculated it, so it couldn't put a 0 there. Instead, there's a null. Similarly, 2010, they have no metals, and because of that, we're going to have a little bit of an oddity that will need to be addressed in a few different ways. The book walks you through how to do it with multiple if statements. I'm going to, in my next video, briefly go over a slightly different approach that I took.